Hi students, hope you are all fine. Before we start the lesson number 1, let me ask a few questions. Can you tell me the most important festivals of Hindu? Yes, Diwali, Sankranti or Pongal. Can you quickly tell me the major festivals of Muslims? Yes, come on. Bagrid, then Ramzan. Yes, Ramzan is the most important festivals of Muslims. Can you tell me the most important festivals of Christians? Try it. Yes, Good Friday. Then, what is the most important festivals of Christian? Yes, you got it. Christmas. What is the specialty of Christmas? On the day of Christmas, we are all expecting the gift from Santa Claus. Our lesson is also related to one of the Christmas gifts. But this is going to be the best gift in somebody's life. So, the name of the first lesson is the best Christmas present in the world. There are various characters in the story. That is, Jing Macpherson, Connie, who is the wife of Jing Macpherson, Fritz is a common name of German soldier, Tommy, common name of English soldier, Arthur, Michael Marpogo. The story narrates a beautiful incident that took place during First World War 1914. The author went to a junk shop and found a roll-top disc. It was in a bad condition, but cheap cost. The author thought that he would repair it, so he bought it. He began to work on it in the Christmas evening. The story narrates a beautiful incident that took place during the First World War 1914. The author went to a junk shop and found a roll-top disc. It was in a bad condition but cheap cost. The author thought that he could repair it, so he bought it. He began to work on it in the Christmas evening. The author pulled out the drawers by removing the roll top. He found a secret drawer with a small black tin box hidden inside. The note on the tin box instructed the finder to bury it with the owner of the desk when the time came. When the author opened the box, he found an envelope addressed to Mrs. Jim Macpherson, 12 Copper Beeches, Bridport, Dorset. The enclosed letter was dated December 26, 1914. Due to the curiosity of the author, he read the letter. It was written by Jim Macpherson, a captain of the English army, to his wife Connie. In the letter, Jim narrated a wonderful incident that took place on the battlefield on Christmas Day in 1914. The English and German armies were in their respective trenches. Like an unexpected moment, Jim saw someone from the German side waving a white flag. Few German soldiers approached to wish the English soldier a happy Christmas. The English soldier also replied them in a kind manner. Several unarmed German soldiers began walking, crossing the no man's land with alcohol, snaps, and sausages. Soldiers from both armies began shaking hands and wishing each others. A German officer named Hans Wolf hands with Jim Macpherson. They introduced themselves and shared rum cake and talked about their families and books. Of course, they enjoyed the Christmas day. Then the soldiers played football. Yes, their officer also cheered and clapped for their soldiers. Afterwards, both armies wished each other and hoped the war would end soon. They returned to their respective trenches. Macpherson ended the letter by writing, "The war will end soon and we will be reunited." After reading the letter, the author decided to find Mrs. Jim Macpherson and give the letter to her. So he drove to Bridport, Dorset the next morning. He found the house had burned down and he learned from people over there Mrs. Macpherson was living in a nursing home. When he reached the nursing home, the matron told him that Mrs. Macpherson was in a confused state, but it might be give happy to have a visitor on Christmas Day. Mrs. Macpherson was sitting in a wheelchair. She was 101 years old. She looked up at the author, but her eyes lit up when he called her Connie. He told her how he had got the letter, but she was not listening to him. She reached out and took his hand. Her eyes were filled with tears. She felt that her Jim had returned. She thought that Jim had kept his promise and returned on Christmas Eve.
She kissed his cheeks and said that she had got the best Christmas present in the world.
Dear students, moral of the lesson is peace. One should generally follow the path of peace for attaining happiness in the world. That would be the best festival present. Dear student, hope you are all understand. If you have any doubt, send the message to the WhatsApp group. Dear student, do the homework and send it to the WhatsApp group.